Day 3 for Army Recognition Group at ShieldAfrica 2021. Today we will present you new products of this exhibition. But first of all, enjoy the live demonstration.
Ouais, vous étiez là-bas.
Spécial pour neutraliser le colis pour ce travail d'élite, pour faire le tout pour le colis.
I'm Gerard Crismer and I am the agent of Barrett Communication, an Australian manufacturer of radio, HF radio and VHF radio tactical since 40 years. And we are here on the booth of COGITECH, which is the main and the exclusive representative of Barrett in Côte d'Ivoire. And in cooperation with Barrett, we are together here for this fair. Barrett has a very long history in HF Tactical, which is the main products of Barrett, which are today the hottest product for African armies. Because, you know, Africa is a wide continent and many times we need a long distance communication. And Barrett has especially developed this kind of product. So you have here the HF 2090 HF radio, which you have in 3 configurations. This radio can work as a base station with a power supply at the headquarters. You can have also the mobile one for the tactical mission in operation in the country. And you have exactly the same radio in the configuration of manpack. That means that the teams that are on the terrain can also communicate with the headquarters or with the mobile which are deployed on the terrain. And you have another family, maybe I can also introduce this one. For the short communication and the tactical communication, you need also VHF. The VHF can give you communication for the squad on the terrain squad team. And you have here one radio in 2 configuration again. That means here in a mobile configuration, and you have again one in a manpack configuration for the people, for the squad that are in the terrain. Just to show you that with 2 types of radio, one in HF and one in VHF, you can cover all the need of the battlefield of any army in Africa. As you know that now we are in the century of digital, and now the evolution is to go from analog to digital, and Barrett continue to develop this and go with the new kind of radio that you can see here. This tactical radio is now working in SDR, like we call it this SDR radio now, that you can use with tactical HF transceiver using the handset. You can have now the pad, because you know the evolution is to use mobile phone, iPad and something like that. So this is now coming in the mentality of the user. So Barrett has followed that, and this radio can now open also different kind of solution to make a transmission of data, of any kind of emails and everything. So you have the interconnection with the IP. So this is the new evolution of this, is the new range of the products from Barrett. So we are here to support our local dealer, COGITECH, which make a very great job with the Ivory Coast armies. and we want to continue to develop and especially to introduce those new products. And regionally, we can say that Barrett has a big presence in all the armies. And this exhibition, it's not the first time, it's the fourth time that we are here since the beginning. And we want to continue to have our presence here because we know that the feedback we have from this fair are very important for us. Our users are here, the purchasers are here, so it was very important for us to be here to meet them again, especially in this pandemic time.
I'm Charles Beaudouin, the Director of COGES Events, the society who is in charge of ShieldAfrica. And we can say that it's a vintage wine because we have many official delegation, more than 80, coming from 35 countries only in Africa, 35 on 54 countries. We can say we have succeeded in our goal because it was under special conditions. We do have here more than 95 exhibitors coming from 22 countries, dealing with all the full spectrum for the capability for defense and security. And we are very proud to have been able to take this event under particular conditions. We have been very audacious and we had the confidence of visitors and exhibitors, and we hope and we are sure we will see in ShieldAfrica 2023 more and more visitors and exhibitors.
My name is Mr. Nuhum Yatasai. I'm from Mali. I'm the general manager of WAD Motors. WAD Motors is a private company based in Mali that deals exclusively Kia military vehicles in some of the countries in Africa. So today we have our Kia KM450 that you can see behind me. This is a Kia, one of the Kia products that is very, very, very important for the African market. It's called Kia KM450. So this is a transport troop vehicle that can carry up to 12 soldiers. It's a very, very practical vehicle for the African market, and it's a vehicle that is very, very easy to repair. This vehicle is very, very, very important for Mali, for Côte d'Ivoire, for most of the African countries. Yeah, because this equipment right here is our best-selling product so far. This is why we've decided to bring it here to try our chance so that other countries can see this vehicle here. It's like it's Kia KM450 is 4x4 engine, it's diesel engine, and it has a seat capacity of 12 soldiers. Okay, it has a fuel consumption of 7 liters every 100 kilometers. It's very, very practical, not too much electronics. It's mechanical and it's very easy to repair. The maximum high speed is 104 kilometers per hour. Our expectation is very, very high because today when you look at the region, the insecurity is very high. So we think that this vehicle can respond all these needs today for all the clients, especially for the government.
Hello, my name is David Casalo. I'm the commercial director for ZODIAC Milpro International. It's a company based in Paris, and we have different factories around the world. One is in Spain, the other in Vancouver, Canada, and in the US for the FMS contracts and the US markets. So we are world leader for inflatable boats and ribs from 5 meter to 13 meter. Our last model is a 13 meter with 4 engines, 450s HP that we delivered for the Italian Guardia di Finanza, for example. So we have a large portfolio, including fiberglass hulls, aluminum hulls, and we deliver to the Ministry of Defense, Interior, Coast Guards, and Civil Defense. My recommendation would be perhaps an aluminum hull that we are really successful in Europe to promote with the gendarmerie, with the Coast Guard and the Navy. It's very easy to maintain, it's strong and robust, and to that you can add either an inflatable tube or a foam tube if you want a complete indestructible package. So the SRA 900 that we delivered to the Gap and that we will show in Sofins in the next few weeks, or an 11 meter produced in Canada, like the H100 that we deliver to special forces or security forces. Our expectation in the local market is to find potential, of course, sales, There is a strong activity in anti-piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. We are strong contacts with Ghana, Togo, Senegal and Ivory Coast. There is a strong demand for fast intervention boats, easy to maintain, with a reasonable cost, with maintenance support and training, of course. So we have a company that can bring not only a product but a complete support to the customer. That's what we are trying to do here, and to have some links to propose the complete package.
So I'm Xavier Lepiouf. I'm the Director of Contracts of RUAG France. We are the French subsidiary of the RUAG Group, which is a Swiss company. We are specialized in simulation and training systems. So that means that we provide systems to support the armed forces, police, etc., to better train, better use their armaments. So we have different kinds of simulators. We can provide simulators to train to drive or to use a turret of armored vehicles. So it can be fixed cabins or on motion cabins. We also make live simulation, which is systems that you can use in open area or urban area to train from combat group up to battalions to train in live areas during big scenarios. To train using laser system. So we train to combat just before going abroad. So the military can train to the real missions they will encounter when they are abroad. So fighting against terrorists, for instance. And we also have systems to train to small arm in the rooms inside. So we have systems that allow to train without firing any ammunition, and this is a system we demonstrate today, and that we want to promote, especially here in Africa. So for us, Africa is a very interesting market, because we know that our system, which allow to train without firing any ammunition, can be really, really useful for the sub-region. So for instance, we are just delivering small arm indoor training systems to Ivory. They will get 8 systems, which will allow them to train for the armed forces on the gendarmerie, to train their soldiers to better use their weapons and to train against real scenarios.
The Goshawk drone is able to eliminate enemy threats on its own, using machine vision and artificial intelligence technology to identify its targets. It has a ground-based radar system that's constantly scanning the air for unwanted aircraft. Once a threat is identified, the Goshawk is launched into the sky and uses its own onboard sensor and camera to visually detect the target drone and collides mid-air to disarm him. Once the target drone has been neutralized, you're able to drop it out of the way to avoid collateral damage. This drone is fully autonomous from launch to land. Even the drone is able to detect, recognize, and track other drones. The payload is 7 kilos, and the total weight of the drone is 16 kilos. It has a velocity of 17 knots, which represents 130 kilometers per hour.
So I'm Christophe Delbos, former Air Force pilot, and I'm now working for Elika team. Elika team is a service company working in the defense and the security business. We are one of the first pioneers of service in the defense sector. Our DNA, our goal is to train people to be able to under stress in complex and crisis situation, being capable of working, but in another language, not their mother tongue. The idea is people are, especially in the French armies, they are very well trained in doing their own job, but they often lack the capability of doing this job in a foreign language. And nowadays, whether it is in the defense or security sector, you need to be capable of working in several languages, even if it's only, the core of your business and something that you need to be capable of using under stress in very stressful situation, as the security and defense sector is full of opportunities. So our DNA is that we have been proven very reliable and efficient with the French armies, and we are now developing our companies in the security sector and and abroad. That's the reason for our stay here. But I think Africa is booming, and the security sector is a very important one. There is a lot of raw material being produced here, and a lot of security issues, and these issues has to be dealt with in a multi-language environment. This is Côte d'Ivoire is a French-speaking country. Despite that, there's a lot of foreigners working, and there might be a moment where the French-speaking, people involved in security have to deal with a crisis situation in English, for instance. It will be in Nigeria, that might be the other way around, with English speaking, but the French nationals are involved in a crisis situation, and they need to be dealt with in French. And this is where we give the tool of for those people to deal with that kind of situations. So, and we are developing a digital suite that will be able to either assess the level of the people, or then make them train or even practice their linguistic tools.